secret of butterfly rubbers that you need to know.
Let me share a little more knowledge. Except for the 09C Dignics 09C. The 09C Dignics 09C is a newer sponge from Butterfly. They're Tenergy 64, Tenergy 05, and also Tenergy 80, Dignics 80, and others. All these sponges are basically the same. You probably don't know that. No difference. Only a slight difference in hardness. The difference is in the rubber. So when Butterfly made me a custom sponge, I was only choosing the rubber, not choosing the sponge. I want to make this clear to you. All this stuff, you don't hear it. You don't know it. You just don't know. They're all the same sponge. Only hardness differs. The difference is in the rubber. It's different. That's why I chose T80. T80 spins more than T6. T80 is faster than T05. That's why I chose that rubber, not the other rubber. You understand now. This is way too complicated. Why does Butterfly call it? And what else? Why 09? Does anyone know? Let me see if anyone knows in the live chat. Why is it called Tenergy 05, 6? What about 25, 80? Why are the numbers like this? No, why? Hard and C means harder, right? Hard just means hard. It doesn't really matter. Got it. Why? There's also Tenergy 19, right? Does anyone really know? No one knows. Because when Butterfly changed the ball, changed the big ball. No, not big ball. It's called the 40 plastic ball, not plastic. I forgot what kind of ball it was before. When that happened, they needed to make a batch of sponge. Glue, I remember, was after 2008. Why do I know this? Because I signed with Butterfly and before that, I didn't know. Butterfly made sponges numbered from 01 to 99. 1 to 99. Which one is good? They marked the good ones with a check. 1,020,300 for were definitely no good. 7, 08, 09 were also okay. Others were backups. Like 10, those definitely weren't good. 25 backup. That's how it is. Butterfly has already done all the trial and error. They tested everything so you don't have to. That's why they release it this way. Butterfly developed formulas from 01 to 99 for sponge, rubber, and sheets. In the end, they chose 05, 84, and so on. The Tenergy 05 the Tenergy 19 formula. Those are the sponges you see on the market. Now you know, right? So all you people who keep researching equipment, stop it. You don't even know what's going on. You don't know the real story. Now I'm telling you, this is how it is. Researching all that stuff is useless. What would? Fish scales, big fish scales. None of it matters if you want to improve. Unless you want to hype. If you want to improve, you have to focus on the core of improvement. What's the core? Because someone just asked. It's not about advertising or not. This is all about the table tennis market. You want the market to know the brand. That's better, right? Don't be blind. I don't know much about Donic, but I'll learn more with time. I'll tell you how Donic makes their blades. Right, behind the scenes, companies know everything. They are all good friends. There's no real competition involved. Look at the world's top players. They pick a brand because it's good enough. Otherwise, how would they choose it? If it's not good, I won't pick it. Big brands. For example, if I ask to make a blade similar to my special I give them the blade. That's their ability. If you give it to me, I can't make it. I can't do it. If you give me my own blade, I don't know how to make it. Then I have to give it to others to get it done. I'm saying after I gave Donic. That's skill and ability. The first batch of blades. I told them to make it classic. Donic's handle design is good enough. Look like what you see now. Red and yellow. The second batch has a more classic Donic handle design. Then for the second batch, I looked at demand. Do people need an inner carbon blade? Beginners under 12 years old may struggle with outer carbon blades. So when you choose blades for kids, you are adding unnecessary trial costs. Young players all use outer carbon blades. That's completely wrong. It's not about buying whatever paddle the player wants. You can't just buy whatever paddle they want. This is about interest and hobby. It's not about development value. And it's not about buying a paddle just because someone famous. You need to pick a paddle that suits the player. This is very important. Buying a Jike paddle for a 5 or 6-year-old won't work when you're developing feel. Right, so when choosing a paddle, don't pick one just because it's famous. Don't pick one just because the player likes it. Pick the one that suits them. This is very important. So I always remind everyone, don't buy expensive paddles. That's right. Right. All those expensive ones you bought. I haven't even played with them honestly. Director Zhu brought me a paddle for an autograph. He brought a fake paddle for me to sign. You know, the so-called old Mavice, right? It didn't even have the Butterfly King logo. Oh, a special edition, right? I said I've never played with a paddle costing thousands. If it's for collection and autograph, no problem. Don't play with something too expensive. You can. It's still about choosing what suits you. I think at the beginning of training, choose an inner carbon or outer carbon paddle, something softer, and your basics improve. It's that simple. So Coach Zhang just said, for some kids, or beginners just starting table tennis, consider their needs. Coach Zhang will make an inner handle blade later and release it in the second batch. The blade I use is sold for thousands. The blade I use isn't even available on the market. Coach Zhang's blades definitely aren't sold on the market. Listen to me. Bring the blade over. Once you bring it, I'll tell you that this blade is the one I've played with. Not like the seller says. This blade is the one I've played with. Right? They're just fooling you. But it can't be helped. If you play with Yin Hang's blade, I tell you. If you want to try, buy mine and try it out. Compare it. I think that's fine. I don't recommend changing blades. I've used my blade for 7 or 8 years. But you can try it. One said try, not change. If the blade feels good to you, then just use it. No problem. Until it loses its core strength. If you just bought a blade 2 or 3 months ago, isn't that a waste of money? And you change it, your feel changes again. Then you can switch. Yeah, I can recommend my blade to you. If you're under 12 and just starting table tennis, it's that simple. I wouldn't recommend those 2 kids just starting. For parents, if you buy Zhang Jike's red blade, you won't be able to play with it. Just switch to normal blade. It's for collecting. I support collecting. But if you want to play, finish using normal blade first. Then try other blades. Find a good one and use it. 10 blades is not too many. Like the 70th anniversary. If you buy authentic ones, paying 300 or 500 more is normal. Display them nicely in your case, at home, or even your company. If you like, to keep them in a special place. It looks great. But if you want to play, why buy 10 blades? Buying 10 kinds of rubbers, I support that. Tomorrow that one. 10 rubbers cost 3,000 to 4,000 yuan. The most expensive is over 400. Some blades cost 4 or 5,000 each.
Read more about table tennis on my blog, PingSunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.